the type of battle that you can show someone who's new to our brand of entertainment and say, this is what WWE's all about.
Old school! All the way crashing down. Boom, what impact!
The best way to describe combatants clashing inside a steel cage is its battle of attrition. Sometimes a superstar is left with no choice but to fight fire with fire and do whatever they need to do in order to win the match. And sometimes it comes down to a superstar doing whatever they need to do in order to survive.
Byron, you touched on this earlier, but it's so important for a superstar to accept that there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in a steel cage match, that the conflict will be resolved within the 15-foot-high steel walls that surround the ring, and that losing a cage match can mean much more than a mark in the loss column. For some, it has meant the end of their career.
It's difficult to describe the damage that can be done to a superstar who competes in a steel cage match. We see the physical harm, but we don't see the psychological effects from being inside the cage. Make no mistake about it, Michael. The steel cage truly represents survival of the fittest.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oh, nasty impact. Oh! Nailed it. Oh!
The steel cage is a massive enclosure that stands 15 feet in height. For almost 35 years, a select group of high flyers have taken their aerial assaults to greater heights. And when I say that, I mean superstars climb to the top of the steel cage, the real high-rent district, and dive off onto their opponent. And that all started with one man in October of 1983, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
To your point earlier, Byron, we've definitely seen some unbelievable attacks be launched from the top of the steel cage. And you mentioned the most iconic, the steel cage match for the Intercontinental Championship that saw Jimmy Superfly Snuka clash against bitter rival, the magnificent Morocco.
There's no denying that Superfly set the bar. You look over the years to people like Jeff and Matt Hardy, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho. They continued to push the envelope and executed unbelievable attacks from the top of the cage. And watch Rikishi take flight off the top of the steel cage. Wow.
The WWE Universe has seen the evolution of the steel cage in the enclosure known today as Hell in a Cell. The first time an enclosed cage was seen was in October of 1983. And
he's got the shoulders down. Byron, we talk about the progression of steel cage matches and the type of structures that have been spawned from them. I need to point out that some cages have been electrified. One was made from bamboo in the... Here he goes.
Beautiful technique.
Wow.
Sit back, people. This one's not over yet.
Wow, I thought this was over.
There's a certain feeling that comes over the combatants in a steel cage match once they hear the door close and see the official lock it. A superstar must know that their body is going to be thrown against the steel, that their face will most likely be raked across the cage, and that anything is legal in this environment.
Ooh, what impact. He's looking a little off balance. He can't be happy with how this is going right now.
This cage really has gotten the best of him tonight so far. So much so that it makes me question if he even has what it takes to win this thing.
What noise! I'll put you right to sleep.
That might just be the final nail in the coffin. That'll knock you silly, that's for sure. Slam down hard. That's how you put an exclamation point on a match.
And the fight must go on.
It's going to take more than that.
Oh, he's such a tough target. He gets it with a reversal. Oh, clothesline!
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
He might have it.
Harsh impact. This one is over.
There's got to be some point in the match where those thoughts start to creep in that it could be over. And then you got to dig down deep. Get rid of the self-doubt and continue on toward victory.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Nailed it. I'm not sure how much he has left.